And Golden State will come up with another win here at home. And what a win it was. Down 23 in the first half. And they were down big at the break. 17 points, 65-48 at halftime. And they come away and win by a total of 18. A 35-point turnaround in half number 2.
Oh, baby! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's how I'm feeling this morning. What a win for the Golden State Warriors, rallying from 23 down in the first half. You heard Tim Roy on the call. The Warriors outscored the Blazers 75-40 in the second half. That's right, 75-40 in the second half. And all you people coming down our road yesterday for saying we'll take prime Klay over prime Dame, well, you see why. When the lights were bright, when the booty holes got tight, Dame Lillard scored 6 points in the second half. As I say, good morning to everybody out there getting off their graveyard shift. Let's go, baby. We're going to have a great morning. Everybody out there, ushers, security guards, police officers, CHP, firefighters, Lubman, Spinotti, and you, Joe Shasky. What a win.
It was a great win. It's a great win. And it was a tale of two halves, that's for darn sure. There's so many things that I can come away with. Bonte, I want to start here. I want to give you an analogy, and I want your thoughts on this. I know that you've seen this trilogy, Back to the Future.
Oh, yes.
It's one of the all-time greats.
It is.
Okay, for those that haven't seen it, which I don't know how you haven't seen it, there is a moment in time where Marty McFly, who's one of the main characters, has a Polaroid, all right? And in this Polaroid picture is a photo of him, his brother, and his sister. And throughout the movie, depending on where he is in time, you know, some of the people in the photo start to disappear because their future looks bleak, right? If I took a Polaroid at the beginning of the year, Bonte, of the Warriors with a championship trophy aspirations, right, and all the different players on there, right? James Wiseman was a part of that photo. Mm-hmm. Well, now he's evaporated off that Polaroid. He is no longer there. Last week, there was nothing on the Polaroid. If you would have asked me after Friday, I was ready to wave the white flag. I was as low as I could be, and you could say, Joe, you were crazy. No, I watched this team get their head kicked in by a Laker team that felt like it was surging, going toward the playoffs, and my God, 3 games later, everything's back in clarity. The full Polaroid is there. I could see the championship trophy. I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying I could see the championship trophy. I could see all my players. Dante DiVincenzo, he's as clear as can be. Klay Thompson, he's as clear as can be. When will we get Steph back? I mean, 3 in a row?
Reinforcements are coming. I'll tell you folks that right now. Reinforcements are coming.
Do you have something you want to break, Bob Myers?
Stephen Curry's coming back very soon. Andrew Wiggins, take all the time you need.
Okay.
Get right. Because when you get back, it's time for a championship surge with 20 games left in the season. Look, I love the analogy with Back to the Future. I love it. I absolutely love it because I was all doom and gloom. I told everybody to panic Friday morning. I saw it. It was sloppy basketball. They looked like they didn't care. It was just dumb basketball. Yeah. I didn't know what was going on. Didn't you survive against the Rockets despite turning the ball over 19?
Yep.
You survive against the Minnesota T-Wolves after Naz Reid cooked you all first half, and then you know you find a way to scratch out a win. And then we said it yesterday. Mully and Fezzi has been all over this. Survive and advance. You got to treat this like March Madness.
Yeah.
You're taking a game at a time. Well, yesterday against Portland, Shasky, I got to tell you, that building, they were down 23. They should have been down 40. It was awful in that first half. Nobody could buy a shot. Poole and Klay were combined 6 of 22. Matisse Tybals hitting 3 after 3. Jeremy Grant was cooking.
Yeah.
Dame Dollar had 19. And you just said, how are they going to get back in this game? Well, he started to crawl into it. Into the second quarter, they're down 17. Then you come into the third quarter, you go to an 18-2 run.
That quarter.
Capped off by a Kuminga dunk of the year over 3 dudes, cocking back. Now, Shaedon Sharp, what he did on the other side was nasty, too.
Yeah, that was pretty filthy.
And the game got turned up.
Yeah, that was
But
pretty
the
filthy.
Warriors outscored the Blazers 75-40, and the points in the paint, 66-40, the fast break points, everything you wanted to see, and they scratch out another win, as you said, to win their 3rd in a row. They've won 8 of 9 at Chase Center. They're at the second best home record in all the NBA at 25-7. And what do you know? They're in 5th place in the Western Conference now.
It's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible.
5th place in the West.
And when you couple that with kind of just surveying the landscape of the West, and I know we've been doing that the whole time, but like the LeBron injury, kind of
huge.
It really is, right? I mean, it really is. And I'm just looking at this and I'm going, okay, you got the Clippers. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because we got the game that we had last night.
Clippers 0-3 now with Russell Westbrook.
I know.
And they're coming Thursday. There's going to be a hot game tomorrow night.
It is. I look at what Klay Thompson did in that third quarter. And, he was so bad in the first half. And he comes out and he's attacking the hoop. And he's going to the rim. And this team, I think they shot a season low in three-point attempts this year.
30.
Yeah, 30. Which
you
to
don't
me,
see that balance.
Now look. You're not going to do that against every team because I don't think Portland's defense is good at all.
Right.
I think it's terrible. But the way they attack the hoop, that's what I've been dying to see. And then Dante DiVincenzo, they go boxing one on Dame Lillard. Dame was flustered.
Quiet. Boxing one flustered him. 6 points in the second half. He got no threes up. Every time, and this is the problem with Dame Dollar. That last night was the perfect game for Dame Dollar to see why he struggles against the Warriors and why he's not on the level of Stephen Curry.
Thank you.
Because as soon as he gives the ball up, he is out of the play.
He stands
there.
He just stands at the top of the key. I remember me and Covey were arguing about this in the playoffs. I go, he doesn't relocate. He just stands there and watches.
Well, that's the difference between Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and the rest of this league.
Exactly.
They know how to move off the ball and play without the basketball. And they're teaching Jordan Poole how to play without the basketball. Those are basic fundamentals, folks. Learn how to play without the basketball. As great as Dame is, he's averaging over 32 a game. He's dropping 7 assists. But it's the same old Portland team. The same old Portland Trailblazer team that we've seen for many, many years. Great offense. They'll get hot. They'll build a double-digit lead, and then they'll blow it. It was the 15th time yesterday that they've blown a double-digit lead, which leads the NBA.
That's crazy.
They lead the NBA and blow leads, and it's the same damn team we've seen since 2014 with the Portland Trailblazers. So I'm looking at Portland. Yeah. I'm saying you guys need to reset and maybe flip Dame for something else because it's not going to work up there with Damian Lillard. It just isn't. When he gives up the ball, and you got Cam Reddish shooting in the corner, Jeremy Grant gets cold, but the Warriors' offensive precision, the cutting, the ball movement, Dante DiVincenzo, you can't say enough about him. Kevon Looney, you can't say enough about
defensively
him.
on Dame.
Oh, this is unbelievable. And he was a perfect 7-7 in the first half, Jonathan Kuminga.
His little mid-range
turnaround jumper, it's automatic. Shasky, what I just say yesterday, I want him shooting it 5 times a game. Get down in the paint, fade away from 10 feet, it's automatic. And then the return to Draymond Green. Look, we said a lot of things about Draymond over the years.
Yeah.
We know what happened in training camp. He's gotten on all our nerves.
Yeah.
But damn it, a game like yesterday, it shows you once again, you know what? This guy's a Hall of Fame championship type player.
Yeah, but I think his legs needed a rest, though.
Well, his legs he's beat up.
He looked more spry.
Dude, he's beat up. The right knee, he had extra padding on the right
Something
knee.
happened to his hand.
The left wrist was banged up. He goes to the locker room, he comes back, and all he does is mess around and almost drop the triple-double with 12, 9, and 8. This guy, when he's aggressive offensively, when he's barking defensively, and he's on the back line of defense with Kevon Looney, I'm sorry, man. I'm thinking playoffs, and if they get into a damn best-of-7 series, bring on Kevin Durant and the Suns. Bring on the Denver Nuggets. Bring on the Memphis Grizzlies. Bring on the Sacramento Kings that light the beam. I don't give a damn about those teams right now because when this team is clicking and they're playing the way they are and reinforcements are coming, Shasky, it's going to be hard for me to bet against them in the Western Conference playoffs.
Well, the way I would look at it is they've got to stay out of the play-in scenario. To me, that get out of the play-in scenario. I would feel so good if they could just solidify themselves as one of the top 4 teams. I mean, that might even be a tall task.
They're
if
5
they can
right now.
I know. If they can do it, how remarkable would that be?
Yeah.
What a turnaround. And the Draymond Green thing. I think I also want to give Steve Kerr credit here. They have started to use Draymond Green at the block to get the ball down into the paint, and then he is a facilitator with his back to the basket, helping set up for others. That was a really nice, subtle change that they've implemented over the last 2 weeks.
Well, especially because the Lakers game, you saw Anthony Davis sag in the paint and leave Draymond Green wide open in the three-point line. So if you put him on the block and you run that split action, you have to honor him.
Yes.
He's 8 feet away from the hoop. He could turn around and hit that layup.
Yeah.
He's been better at finishing around the basket this season. So you put him down in the block to where teams have to guard him.
Yeah.
They can't just sag in the paint and say, oh, Draymond, we'll leave you wide open. And you see the discernment in his shots. 1 or 2 from the three-point line. He understands. Let me get in the block, find the cutters, set screens.
But it felt
I love the adjustment.
he was more on the glass.
He was on the
to
glass.
me, when he's down on the block, it gives him an extra rebounder or someone who could be active on that rebounding glass. Kevon Looney was excellent again, but you called it before the game. Jordan Poole against the Portland Trailblazers. Yeah. There is something, B, you said, hey, Joe, he averages 40 over the 2 games. He looked phenomenal yesterday.
He was scoring that Dame dollar in the third quarter.
Yes.
He wanted to smoke.
Yes.
And he scored 12 in that third quarter to flip his game around. Look, not the most efficient night, right? 10 to 24.
I thought it was a good game.
3 of 10 for the three-point line. I thought it was a very good game for Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
29 points, a plus 25 in the plus-minus department, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. He was assertive. At the end of the fourth quarter, he let the others around him cook, like Dante DiVincenzo, like Draymond Green cutting to the basket. Ty Jerome with a great moment in the fourth quarter. A nice little dime to Draymond Green cutting to the basket. That was sweet.
Yeah, it
so
was.
overall, you get all the starters to score double figures. 7th time that's happened this season. 2nd straight game it's happened. You get Draymond Green back, barking controls. You get Kevon Looney going 7 of 8. DiVincenzo's filling it. And all of a sudden, when Stephen Wiggins gets back, and if you could just get GP2, if you get GP2 back, who I'm hearing is starting to look better and better and better in this rehab.
Did you see his tweet?
I did not see his tweet.
He tweeted something to the effect of, I wish I could ball tonight.
Well, he may be balling soon.
Really?
Around the playoffs. Got 20 games left.
That's
20
not
games
soon.
left. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be reevaluated in a couple weeks here. So you get those guys, and all of a sudden.
I thought you were going like 7 days.
No. But I do hear that GP2 is looking a lot better.
You think? Just gut feeling. You think Curry would be back for the Clipper game? When is the Clipper game? 2 days from now?
Thursday. I don't know. He did scrimmage yesterday with the Santa Cruz Sea-Dubs. He's looking better and better and better. But
no leaked footage of that?
Yeah, I don't think no leaked footage. I don't think he's coming back for the Clipper game. I don't think we'll see him. My gut feeling tells me we're not going to see him on his homestand. I don't think we're going to see him on his homestand.
Okay.
But all of a sudden, when you get DiVincenzo coming back off the bench, you have Kuminga coming off the bench. Jordan Poole goes back to the bench. And you get Andrew Wiggins back. Not only do your starters look really, 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 really good, but your bench looks deeper. So now you got Kuminga, Poole, and DiVincenzo as your top 3 off the bench. That's pretty good. And then you get GP2 back. JaMychal Green, don't worry about him. He only played 4 minutes, 37 seconds left. He's matchup dependent. And then you can, we'll see what happens with that Diddy Lamb and Ty Jerome. Maybe you could play them in spurts, 3 minutes here, 3 minutes there. But all of a sudden, your bench looks a lot deeper. And now the experience Kuminga's getting.
Yeah.
The experience Dante DiVincenzo's getting on this roster, playing in this system here. All of a sudden, you look a lot deeper.
If we want to talk about rosters just for a split second, JMG, if you're not going to use him, I would waive him, and I would try to bring in like a Nerlens Noel.
I see the whole Nerlens Noel thing. I haven't seen him play in a very long time.
I just know that JMG ain't really providing
honestly,
much.
Nerlens Noel, how many Warrior fans after have watched Nerlens Noel?
No, none of us.
And what does he have left?
I'm not pretending that I have.
Right.
I just know that he's athletic.
I would just rather have Jay, because he may not have never played the system. Now all of a sudden you got to teach another big system and not how to screen. I'd rather just keep JMG.
I just think JMG feels like a net loss. That's neither here nor there. They won a big game. Dante DiVincenzo. One thing I just keep marveling at, he comes off these screens, and the way that he catches, contorts, turns, rises, and shoots, I didn't know he was this good of a shooter. Now, I'm looking at his career field goal percentage from 3. He was a 36% shooter for his career heading into this year. He's shooting 42.5%.
He's out of his mind right now. 5 threes in all yesterday.
Did you know he could shoot like this?
He's never been able to shoot like this.
What is it?
It's the system. This is the perfect system for Dante DiVincenzo. And it flipped. I don't know how you're going to keep him. He's making 4.7. He's going to make a lot of money, but he's putting himself in line for a lot of money next season. The 1-5 road trip really flipped it for him. When his dad started to travel on the trip, they go to Milwaukee, where his former team, former first-round pick, has a solid night, goes to Indiana. Then he hits the 5 threes in the first quarter against Philadelphia. And all of a sudden, it felt like, okay, maybe Dante DiVincenzo is starting to figure some things out. And all of a sudden, Steve Curry Company say, hey, look, they're going to get wide open threes.
Yeah.
You want to make some money? You want to change your career? You've got to hit the three-point shot. You have to. Now, in Milwaukee last year, he shot 28% from 3. Then he goes to Sacramento. He starts to find it. Yeah, I know, exactly. Starts to find it in Sacramento, becomes a free agent. The Warriors say, you know what? We can use this guy. We can remake this guy. He's a reclamation project. We can get the best out of Dante DiVincenzo because we know he's a smart player coming out of Philadelphia and Jay Wright. So the 44% recently from the three-point line, the 42 now on the season. I mean, it's a godsend. Where would they be without Dante DiVincenzo? And he hit timely threes yesterday.
I have no idea. I have no idea where they'd be without him. Where would they be without Klay Thompson, B? Your boy Dalton Johnson put this out last night, and I mean, it's just incredible. Here's Klay's stats for the month of February. He's got to be player of the month. I mean, he's just got 25.5 points a game, 4 rebounds a game, 2.5 assists a game, 45% from field goal, 45% from three-point land. He actually shot a tick higher from three than he did from the field. 90% free throw, 62% true shooting percentage.
And he woke up in the second half.
Ponte, that's one of the best months he's ever had in his life.
Well, he's coming off the best 2 months of his career.
In terms of the team needing him, like, desperately to carry them offensively, I'm blown away with Klay Thompson because his first half was so bad, but this is what I loved about it. He went to the rack. He went to the rack in the third quarter, and then he capped it off at the end after going to the rim a bunch of times with 2 big threes.
Yeah, 8 rebounds yesterday. Love the way he crashed the
He
glass.
did have good rebounds.
Since January 1st.
Give me
Klay
since
Thompson.
January.
Since January. He's coming off the best 2 months of his career. January was the best month in terms of efficiency and points per game. February was the third best month of his career in terms of points.
Wow.
First and third best months of his career. So since January, since the calendar flipped to 2023, Klay Thompson set 26 points a game, shoot 90% from the free throw line, 44% from three, 45.5% from the floor. He's grabbing you 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists, but he is making some plays here, and he's playing 35 minutes a night.
I mean, he's just carrying them. He's really carrying them.
And he's talking.
Yes.
And he's talking. And you heard what he said on the postgame show yesterday. If we get healthy, there's nobody who wants to see us.
I love it.
There's nobody who wants to see us. So now the swagger's back. And now that feeling inside chasing her, when they went on that run in the third quarter, it felt like I got the Holy Ghost. I swear to God. I said, oh, boy.
So you were in the front
happening.
row, huh?
It's happening again. It's happening.
Oh, I got the spirit.
They've duped us all. And now all of a sudden, they're in 5th place in the Western Conference. With Kevin Durant returning to Phoenix tonight in the Valley of the Sun,
boy.
It is on and popping. It is on and popping.
Is that who you're eyeballing in the West?
Dude, I'm
is
so
that the
fired.
team?
Dude,
No, if I were to make you isolate it to one team,
dude,
because you were on that Denver hype.
Denver's not beating the Warriors. I've said that. I never said Denver was going to beat the Warriors. I said Denver's going to be a problem. But you know what? They're better. Denver's better. They can't beat the Warriors in the 7-game series.
So the team I want to take the temperature.
I don't care who.
No, I'm saying the team that you have your eye on the most. So if we're like driving, you're supposed to look 40 yards ahead or whatever it is. Who's the car you're looking at the most?
I'm not looking at any car. I'm worried about my own car. Making sure my oil is right. Making sure my tank is full of gas. The champs reside in the Bay. The champs reside in the Bay. Other teams need to be worried about the Golden State Warriors. They're rolling right now, and reinforcements are coming. Reinforcements are coming. Telling y'all, get ready. Don't book any vacations in May. Don't book any vacations in April. It's going to be a long spring.
One straw away from breaking the Bonte Hill camel's back last week, and look where we are today.
I know. I had to get away from you for the weekend.
Oh, it's always my fault, huh? Not that the team actually played 3 great games in a row.
I had to get away from you. And the fact that they held the Blazers to 40 points in the second half. They scored 41 in the first quarter. I'm telling you, it was a party at Chase Center last night. Dub Nation's feeling it.
I don't ever want to hear about Dame Lillard being in the same sentence as Steph Curry.
Again.
Ever again.
The question yesterday.
I know everyone loves him.
There was a lot of questions yesterday. There was a lot of topics. We had a lot of fun. The next great American star, who's going to be, who gives a damn? We still got Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And number 2, who would you rather have, Prime Klay or Prime Dame? I'll tell you right now. I asked Willie this, I asked Festus this.
Did they like that question?
Oh, they were like, dude, there's no question. They go, is there any doubt?
Yeah, so Mully heard my argument.
Well, I just think people just understand Klay's a two-way player. He plays defense. He moves without the basketball. Give me Prime Klay over Dame Dollar.
Mully don't talk about him.
Dame Dollar 6 points in the second half. 6. The Blazers scored 40.
How many turnovers did he have in the second half? Because they blitzed him so well. I loved when they went box and one and they just face guarded him away from the hoop. I was like, oh, thank God.
Box and one.
I loved it. Well, DiVincenzo started it, and then they threw Kuminga on him. So that you get little tiny scrappy DiVincenzo, and then you get big, strong, athletic Kuminga. I mean, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And they played with a sense of urgency in that third quarter, B.
Oh, I can't wait. We're going to talk about it all day long. 888-957-9570. Dub Nation, man. How you feeling this morning? Warriors are 5th in the Western Conference. Who's panicking? Who still believes? There was a lot of believers before I left for their All-Star break, and I think they're still believing right now as the Warriors improve to 25-7 at Chase Center. What a win! Oh, the Blazers are frauds. They're probably playing out the tournament. They got issues up there long term. Dame Dolla's just not it as the leader anymore. They got to rebuild that whole organization. Dame Dolla, it's time to find a new home.